I'm Glenn Young, owner of Amazon's Fitness Magazine, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Back again, and your host, sponsored athlete of Amazon's Fitness Magazine, Melitza Guerrero, IFBB Pro Wellness, Pittsburgh, New York, and now here we are back in the state of North Carolina. Welcome
Good
back,
to be
Melitza.
home,
Yeah,
especially after all those car issues.
this whole thing was like a horror story, wasn't it?
God, I wish you would have been recording this because people would have been invested.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing, yeah.
There was a lot going on these past
Bad
2 weeks.
episode out of a reality show.
But
So
wait, there's more.
I'll let you just go from there. Go ahead, tell us what happened. Let's start in Pittsburgh.
Wait, what do you want to know? Because some things can't be said.
Well, obviously, but you need to say what you can, because
Okay.
people want to know.
Okay,
Let's go
Pittsburgh.
to your arrival at the hotel. How were the accommodations?
Oh, it's amazing. What hotel did I stay in? I don't remember the name of it, but it wasn't the host hotel.
Mm-hmm.
But it was amazing. It was like one of those like little suite hotels where you have like the
Mm-hmm.
kitchen and all that stuff because I like to cook. So the hotel was good. Pittsburgh. I'm trying to think back to Pittsburgh. Check-ins were good.
Mm-hmm. How was the reception on? You checked in on Friday, right?
I checked in on Friday and
Okay.
I'm trying to like so uh, that Friday was the first time I met my then coach.
Wait, what? Then coach. Okay. All right. Keep going.
My then coach was for Pittsburgh. The first time I like ever like really met him face to face. Um we did the Pittsburgh Pro. So much fun. I
Mm-hmm.
will definitely do Pittsburgh Pro again. It was so much fun. Um the whole expo was well, I didn't really go to the expo, but
Mm-hmm.
from what I saw,
Did you go
it
to
was
the show
fun.
Saturday night to see the guys?
No, I was getting ready.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, I was getting ready, and that was another thing. Like, I would have loved to go to the expo, but I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready
I mean, when
for
you're
to
at a
compete the
show, I
next
mean, unless
day.
you're competing, yeah, that's where your mindset should be.
Yeah, so I was just like, and then my son, like, we're both like a little antisocial. So he was like, "Yeah, I don't really want to go," and I was like, "Perfect,"
Yeah.
because I was gonna go for you, not for me. So yeah, that gave me time to just like get ready for the show and like just focus on that.
Was this the first time Enzo was with you at a pro show or?
No, he went to my
Okay.
pro debut.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, but then after that, like I didn't compete for 2 years, and then when I came back, my competitions were like mainly in the summertime, so he was out in Jersey. So yeah, he
Right.
hadn't been in the show for a minute.
Nice. Well, we got to go to the main issue that happened, the first faux pas, I should say. So I'm at the show. I arrive at the show on Sunday. Park, obviously, parking is great now because everybody was at the men's show the night before. And so the crowd had thinned out. So parking was not an issue. Seating was not an issue. Get my tickets. You say, hey, Glenn, I'm on my way. Meet me in the garage. Cool. All right.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I didn't. I did not, ma'am. So we're walking on the escalator, meeting and greeting people.
Oh my
Everything's loose
god!
and
But wait,
ready.
wait, wait, wait. Let's say like something really, really important. I have been running super late for all my other shows, like to the point that I'm on stage with zero pump because I
Mhm.
get there and it's like, "Where's Melitza? Where's number 22, Melitza?" And I'm like, I'm here." They're like, "Go." Okay, so this time I was like, "Wow, I'm freaking early. Like, I'm not just on time.
Right.
I'm like an hour early." Okay, continue.
Well, that's the thing about it. Historically late. So we're going up the stairs, and all of a sudden you say, oh, shit, where are my shoes? And I'm like, oh, what the hell? We got to go back in. Now you were supposed to check in, be there about 12.
Yes.
As it turned out, women's physique was getting ready to go on first, and so now this was roughly 11:30, 11:15, and we had to go back to the hotel and get your shoes. With
Thank you.
all that cortisol, all that stress, all that drama.
Whew. By the time I made
Okay.
it back, my then coach was out looking for me because we were about to go on
We
stage.
literally we were. I'm walking in like I had VIP status. They had VIP tickets, but the way I was walking, I had you by the arm on your back. Oh, he's a coach. Come on in. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
I said, keep going. I said, athletes checking. Oh yeah, right over there. So then we duck underneath the rope, and then you see your coach, and then all is well.
Yeah.
So
I
you
literally
made
didn't
it.
even get to pump up. I just like did
Yeah,
like a quick little do do do.
yeah. And then you're tan. I'm like, so I walk in, and then the battle of women's physique is going on. Sharonica Hinton and Natalia Coelho, uh, and they're battling. Then of course, the real Lois Lane. I love the way that Sandy did that, pulled them both out, and they just dueled back and forth. And then in the end, it was Natalia Coelho. So great show, great way to start. And then boom, here comes wellness, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. So you're on stage. You might as well call it the Brazilian show, not the Pittsburgh Pro, and then the number of Olympians. So
Oh yeah, it was like a mini Olympia.
it was.
Mini Olympia.
And then all the call outs, what did you feel at that point when you came out on stage, though? I mean, how were you feeling?
I don't
I mean,
ever feel anything when I'm on stage. It's so crazy. Like I was really thinking about that right now that you asked that.
can you feel your feet as you're walking, or are you that nervous to where
No, it's
you
not.
just
It's
in
not.
the
It's not
you're just
really
in the moment?
nervous. Yeah, it's just like you're just there in the zone, and like everything goes by. Like when you're in a car accident, right? And everything goes by so quick, but so fast at the same time.
Hmm.
That's kind of like the same feeling. Like it's going
Say
by
that. Say
so
that
quick.
again.
Like when you're in a car accident and like
Yeah. Oh, what?
it's God, you
You trying to be funny, ain't you?
were guys, like we went through a lot. we I'm telling you, we definitely have to record Atlanta fucking here. Um
Anyway, back to you.
yeah, and then we'll get to that with you. Um, yeah, so it feels like it's like so kind of like nostalgic. Like I don't know if that's like a way to
Yeah.
explain it. Like you're just there in the moment, but you're really not feeling anything. At least me. Like I'm not feeling shit. I'm just listening. Like turn, 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 turn. that's all I'm worried about is turn, turn, turn,
Right.
turn. But yeah, it was a good experience though. Like I loved it. The crowd was amazing. The stage was amazing. The
Hmm.
lights were amazing. Everything was amazing. So I liked it. Yeah.
And really, second big show of the year because you had just done Atlanta, Girl Power,
I didn't say
and
Atlanta.
so
I did myself.
yeah,
Atlanta's coming, but I didn't do Atlanta.
Orlando. I
Oh,
said Orlando.
you said Atlanta.
I did not.
Rewind this, and you're gonna owe me
Oh,
money.
really? Anyway, can we move on? Anyway, you did Orlando, Girl Power,
Yes.
and now we're in Pittsburgh, and so second show of the year.
Yeah.
Call outs. How you feel? I mean, the ending, overall thoughts.
I got 11th place, which I think places like 1 through 10 were already Olympians or already qualified Olympians.
Mm-hmm.
So I was happy with that.
And then your then coach, as you keep saying, he was not happy with the placings. Yeah, no.
I don't know. He seemed okay with it. I was the
Okay.
one that was like, I mean, I was okay because it was the fucking Pittsburgh Pro,
Yeah.
but he seemed okay with it.
Big show. Loved it. Loved everything about it. Um, then we come out to do the finals, and me and Enzo, your son, sitting in VIP. I mean, we like, yeah, this is the thing right here. Sid Gillian's over there doing play by play. This is the light. So,
It
but
was a good time. Pittsburgh Expo was definitely, it was good. It was good.
yeah,
Yeah.
overall. So I mean, I don't know
If
how they're
any
going to do it
guys
next
can,
year.
like, if anyone, if like, that's something that I would tell people, like, if you can make it to one of those shows and you're like a bodybuilding
Hmm.
person, like Pittsburgh Expo is one of the ones to go to.
And then it's Mother's Day weekend too. But I think that's going
Yeah.
to flip next year. So because it is a 2 day show with the expo, guys go on Saturday, girls go on Sunday. So moving forward, lead the finals, meeting you for dinner. And so I'm rushing trying to get over there. Couldn't find you,
Ooh.
all the construction and everything. And then finally found a parking garage. I go to pull into the parking garage, and out of nowhere, the wall hits me.
Fucking wall,
So
man.
yeah, damn fucking wall. Anyway, so horrible. So then I go all the way in, get parked, come down, find you, and still enjoyed a great dinner last night in Pittsburgh. So yeah, good
We had a
stuff.
good time. Yeah, we had a good time.
A lot of memories. So
And
then the
then New
next day
York.
we separate, and then you go to New York, and I begin my trial to go through the whole insurance process and get back home. But pick it up from there. You arrive in New York, home territory, families there, big support, but not the support you needed. So talk to me.
I don't want to like I okay. I'm not gonna say like a lot of details just because I'm not one of those people to like throw anyone under the bus,
Hmm.
because everyone has their own experience with people. So I don't want to like taint someone's mind off of my personal experience. But basically, long story short, I just wasn't happy with the coaching. And literally at 3 p.m. the day before hitting the stage, I pretty much switched coaches.
Oh man, crazy. That's
Who else
beyond
is gonna do
crazy.
that? Who else is gonna do that? Me, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. So I switched coaches, and he applied the feedback.
Hmm.
He applied the feedback within what, like 7 hours of coaching me, and I think that was probably the closest that my condition has ever been to what they want to see from me.
Right. Oh, and by the way, the feedback from Pittsburgh and as it was, you were too shredded.
Yes, too
Well,
conditioned. So
too conditioned. You
Orlando,
did.
too conditioned. um, Pittsburgh, too conditioned. And then, after seeing my protocol for Friday, the day before the show, I was just really upset because I'm seeing it and I'm like, I'm gonna be too conditioned again,
Hmm.
you know? So yeah, thankfully, I met up with a friend down there who's also a coach, and we were
Wow. Wonder who could
laughing.
that be? We will not name this person.
Everyone will know. Um,
If
and
they don't already know, yeah.
well, yeah, I tagged him on Instagram. It's Mike,
Yeah.
from Unchained. So, I had
Unchained
him.
physiques.
Yes, I had him look at me, and basically he was like, "Yeah, we need to fix you,"
Hmm.
and he did, given the circumstances, to the best that he could, given the
Yeah.
circumstances.
And a good thing he's right here in Charlotte too, or right in Charlotte. So yeah.
Yeah,
Well known, and there's a lot going on. So that was good that you were able to get help on the spot, and we'll just leave it there. But at the end of the day, you finished well in New York.
yeah. I was happy. I was happy with my placement. Especially, it was nice to see a different look on stage.
Hmm.
And it was nice to hear you're getting closer to what we want, as opposed to, oh, you're too conditioned again. Too conditioned. Like,
Right, right.
it gets tiring, like you work your ass off, and granted, like the first show, you never know what you're gonna look like. You never know what the judges are gonna say. So I always
Right.
say, like the first opening show of your season, you're just kind of, hey, this is what I've built so far. Is it good enough? Kind of, And then they're
Right.
like, yeah, you're too conditioned. So okay, Pittsburgh. I was hoping he was gonna see me face to face since we're there, and he was gonna
Hmm.
see, wow,
Right.
she's too conditioned because by then I would have had 2 days. And if Mike did that in 7 hours, I think that in 2 days we could have fixed the look for Pittsburgh. But that didn't happen. I
Hmm.
unfortunately, even though he was there, didn't get to have him look at me face to face. So then by the time he finally did see me face to face was when I was on stage. And by then it's
Hmm.
too late, you know? So yeah, that whole two conditioning thing was just, it was starting to aggravate me.
Yeah.
It was getting aggravating.
I mean, you'd heard it since Atlanta last year, so yeah.
Yeah.
So who were the just? It wasn't the same judges from Pittsburgh to New York, right? I mean, Sandy was in Pittsburgh.
Sandy was in Pittsburgh. She wasn't in New York.
Okay.
Tyler was in both.
Okay.
I think Bill was in both.
Yeah. But you're getting
Yeah.
close to what they want, and
Yes.
so it is what it is. That's a lot of stress. Hate all of this happen. Hard lessons learned, and so now, um, is this like halftime in your season,
Yes.
compared to what else you want to do? What are your thoughts? What's your plans now?
So I had talked to my new coach, right? But I think that like for now, I'm just gonna take like a little like health season right now and eat some more and put a little bit more density on my glutes. And I gotta do Atlanta. I gotta do Atlanta. So
August 15th.
yeah, so I can't go into like a full blown off season, but
Right.
I can do maybe like a good like 6 7 weeks of like maintenance kind of thing. And just because I can grow on maintenance, I can
Hmm.
grow on a deficit. Like I've been on deficit pretty much this whole time, you know. So if I can do like maintenance, I'm sure that I'll be fine.
Yeah. And you started prep when? You've been in prep since
Oh, since December.
December? Yeah.
That's a long time. I'm
Yeah,
exhausted.
it
My
is. It
body is
is.
over
I mean,
it.
6 months, you know,
Yeah.
6 months. And pretty much, well, how do you feel compared to last year this time? Because basically you were following the same path. I mean, instead of Orlando, it was Charlotte and then New York. Um, so compared to 2 years, how do you feel now?
Oh, way better. Way better, way more prepared, way more comfortable on stage. Because even though like I've never been one to be nervous on stage.
Hmm.
Um, Coming back from like a 2 year hiatus, I had to kind of get used to it again.
Right.
So I feel like I'm used to it again now. Like I feel more comfortable. I don't even really these past few shows, they pretty much have been like, yeah, you're not doing your full routine.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're not gonna walk back here, do it from here. So it's been like, a lot. I instill that in like people that I meet and like that want to compete and with their routine and stuff. I'm like, always have a backup. Always know
Right.
that like you're not gonna be able to do your whole routine. They might tell you just go to the thing right there, and like you're not gonna T walk and you're not gonna do this. So have your backups. So I've had my backups because that's happened literally every show. Where they're like, yeah, no T walk and no nothing, just go to the
Hmm.
square.
Right.
So I feel more comfortable on stage. I'm liking my look better.
Hmm.
Um, and yeah, like I said, it was nice to see visually what I
Right.
look like with what they want.
At a
You
huge
know,
show.
yeah, because it's not like you can like whatever you can like as a coach, as a competitor, whatever. You can like whatever you can like. But if you're a bodybuilder, you're on stage, it's not about what
Right.
you like. It's about what fits the criteria and getting you to fit the criteria. So if you like conditioning and that's your thing, and that's fine, that's cool. I freaking love conditioning. But guess
Hmm.
what? I'm a wellness athlete. I'm not a figure athlete anymore. So
Right.
I need to fit the figure conditioning, not, I mean, the wellness conditioning, not the figure
Right.
conditioning.
Explain to me, because obviously people make comparisons with bikini and wellness, but explain the T walk as it relates to wellness, all the way up until they give you the 180 and face the wall, and then walk it back and then turn around. Give me the lay down from a wellness perspective of
Well,
what you're
no,
doing
as
on
far
stage.
as the T walk is just if you want to add it in your routine, that's not anything mandatory or anything that anyone
Hmm.
needs to learn. That's just if you want to add that to your routine. Yeah. Which as of
And
lately they've been telling people, oh yeah, no T walk. I think it has to do with the lighting more than anything. Like they want you to go straight to the square to
not the
hit your
time.
very
Okay.
right to hit your very first pose so that they can see. But Jesus Christ, if that's the case, come on, man, fix the lighting. Like
Yeah.
we got two
Yeah.
whole minutes. Like how are we gonna be in this square for like two
Yeah.
whole minutes?
Just sitting there. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
And then of course you hit the poses, and then they tell you to walk back, and then they start the comparisons and the call out, and it can be sort of stressful, uh, especially from a fan perspective to watch, because um, but great show, huge show, both shows, and speaking of which, I mean, just two big shows, the kicking into the season, really three, when you talk about Orlando and the lineup, of course, and so
Hmm.
now going to take some time off, reassess. Obviously, you got to get a new coach or confirm a coach or whatever you want to call it. It is what it is. Um, I mean, and then go into Atlanta and hopefully win it and earn the Olympia qualification. But do you think Atlanta will be the last show? And why not Tampa? But which is 2 weeks before, or doing both like last year.
If I can do them both, then I will do them both. But if I can't do them both, then Atlanta's the one.
Okay, so you haven't fully made the decision that you're out of the Tampa then.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Makes
I will be
sense.
down there regardless with you. But
Yeah, you knew that. Hey, it is what it is. But if you're there, I'm like, hey man, you bring your suit. But
I just in case.
yeah, a lot of big happenings at the Tampa Pro, so I will be there, and Melitza will be with me as a competitor or as a uh,
A face.
studio help,
Yeah.
photographer's helper, something. But anyway, but still as a sponsored athlete of Amazon's Fitness Magazine, so that's the big part. A lot of stuff. Magazine's 3 years old, and you've been there since day one. And I was looking back at pictures from 2022. So good stuff. Good stuff. Well, you got what's going on in the world of wellness? A lot of postings, a lot of things going on. Wellness is so competitive.
Child.
It's not short of shows. You got the Miami this weekend. Uh,
Yeah, Miami's this weekend. My friend Yami's competing.
okay, she's doing
Um,
Miami. Okay.
yeah, she's doing Miami this weekend. What other show is there?
If you were to forecast out, uh, why would people do? I mean, other than the scenery, which is beautiful, Miami. But I mean, that would be a lot of travel involved. To say, if you were to go, you would have done you did Pittsburgh, did New York, and then to go to Miami. I mean, the
I
following
was
week.
being
That's
asked.
that's a
I
gauntlet.
was I was being asked to go to Miami by like a few people.
Really?
Yeah.
Were they paying for you to go?
I didn't tell you about that because I was like, no, I'm
Really?
not even
Why you
I
didn't?
was just no,
Why didn't you tell me?
because I need a break.
Yeah. And then your then coach would have been there too. But anyway,
Yeah.
anyway. Did J.M. Manning say anything to you? I mean, aside from the judge, but he's the official photographer. He's running out taking photos.
No, we were
Gilfo's
talking
video
like
looks great.
we were just talking like haha he talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and then Gilco does a great job.
Amazing.
Yeah, he works hard. I mean, I saw him and JM. I mean, they were to the point of limping because they've been on their feet. You think since
Oof.
48 hours. I
Yeah.
mean, from well,
Probably
you
since
could
like
say
6
72
a.m.
Friday and then Saturday, and then with all the guys, and then the women
Friday,
on
Saturday,
Sunday.
Sunday,
Yeah,
72 hours.
so that's a lot of work. And
That
hey,
was me on
kudos to
stage
them.
at freaking New York Pro with like 48 hours of no sleep.
Yep, yep, yeah. I'm like, got to do more better next time, and so
Yeah.
we got to manage it and go from there. But I'm glad you're okay. Glad you're back, and obviously, we'll be talking right after we get off. But proud of you, man.
Thank
I am.
you. Don't make me cry on
Yeah, that's the whole
live.
point. So we can give them that. But
No.
yeah, we come a long way, and you've been right there, and I'm glad to have you on as an athlete of Amazon's Fitness
Thank
Magazine.
you
So much
so
more to
much,
come,
Glenn.
so much more to do. So yeah, let's do it.
Let's
You're
do
welcome.
it. The later half of the year is gonna be totally different.
Yeah, because I mean it's literally halftime, and there's
Yeah.
just as many shows. I mean
I feel
Tampa,
like now
Atlanta,
is when the shows
Chicago.
really start to
You know,
take off. Yeah.
yeah,
Like now. Because they know people got their kids out of school. So
yep, exactly, exactly. And yeah, the whole situation has changed. So it's always good, I think, to get the qualification early, but and then get a confirmation show, if you will. Uh, and that's any of the divisions. But at the end of the day, you want to be full speed ahead come October this year when
yeah,
you come into Vegas, because man, you can't be running out of gas then. You got to get your best. So,
yeah, yeah.
anything else you want to give to the fans? Because you gave them a lot of tea.
I gave them a lot of tea. I think that's it for now.
Okay. Well, go get some rest as you begin this refeed and revival.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh my God. Even at work today, they were like, God, I love when you're eating.
oh, they don't
I
like
was
they
like,
don't like your
I'll
prep
do
work.
this. No, because like the last weeks of prep, like I was just so like could barely even fucking walk, could barely fucking
Yeah,
think. So when I'm like fed, like no one else has to really do much. I'm like, I got this, I got this, I got this, I
yeah.
got this.
And you work at the place where all you do is make food all day. That being Clean Eats, Clean
Yes.
Eats of Charlotte. So give them a
Yes.
shout out. I ain't gonna say sponsorship, but I'm like, hey, just saying. But anyway. All right. So talk soon. Go get some rest, and
Yes.
that's gonna conclude Wednesday Wellness Wednesday for this week. So talk soon.
We'll recap Miami next week.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do
And
that.
that's the only show this weekend. What
Yeah.
else is coming
But
up?
it's supposed to be a big one, so we got some stuff to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. And then things out in California and then Texas too. So
Oh yeah.
huge.
Yeah, there's a few coming up. And nationals are what, next weekend?
Yeah, the 31st. Thinking
Nationals
about
next
going, but I
weekend.
mean, don't want to go without bookings. But beach shoot would be great.
I mean, if we do a beach shoot, that would be nice.
Yeah, yeah,
Let's talk when
yeah.
we hang up.
All right. Bye. Take care.
Bye, guys.